A few months ago, my ex contacted me. I thought she might want to reconnect, but she showed up with a 5-year-old child, claiming he was my son and demanding child support. The child's age matched the time since we lost contact, but I didn't believe her. I offered to take responsibility, cover all costs, and be an active part of the kid's life, but only after a DNA test. My ex acted offended and just wanted the money she felt she deserved. She used all kinds of excuses and even contacted my family to tell them I was trying to avoid taking responsibility. When she ran out of excuses, we finally did the DNA test. Surprise, I'm not the father. She was furious and cried about the money, saying it was unfair. I left her crying that day and ended all communication with her. Later, at a little party at my parents' house, my brother started joking about the situation with my ex. My friend and I joined in, and we were laughing like crazy when my sister appeared, very angry. She pushed me against the wall. Having heard our conversation, she was really mad and yelled at us about how horrible we were for mocking a poor woman. A few hours later, when the party ended, she asked me to go to the kitchen with our parents and started saying how awful I was. My sister is a very active feminist and thinks I oppressed my ex by subjecting her son to a DNA test. She even thinks I tampered with the results because men can do everything they want. My brother and I were shocked when she said I forced my ex to be a single mother and that I have a moral obligation to help her. My dad only said that we might have been too cruel by making jokes about her, but I wasn't responsible for that kid. My parents and brother were on my side, but my sister kept calling me horrible for ruining my ex and her child's life. My sister decided she wouldn't talk to me until I took responsibility. She was totally on my ex's side and, even after showing her everything, said that none of it mattered because a woman's word goes first. She said that even if I'm not the biological father, I have a responsibility to her and should be man enough to take charge. My ex and my sister came to my workplace with a big sign featuring my face that said, "He abandoned his child, an irresponsible father," and started causing a scene. They intended to shame me and use social pressure to force me to give my ex money. My boss told me this better never happen again, or I'd be fired. Fed up, I contacted my lawyer, and we drafted a detailed legal paper against them. My ex freaked out when she found out and begged me to drop it. She offered to take back everything she said, never bother or contact me again, and tried to guilt me, saying I would ruin her and her son's life. But honestly, I don't care. I got tired of being the good guy a long time ago. She messed with me, and now I'm fighting back. For my sister, the lawsuit at first only made things worse. Her attempt to shame me and my job didn't work, so she took it to social media, spreading lies about me abandoning my child and exposing my legal actions as acts of censorship and misogyny. But in the end, it was worse for her. Not only could I easily dismiss her defamation, but it also provided more evidence in our favor. At this point, almost all of my family knew what she did. Some of them think my sister is crazy. My lawyer's strategy was to include everything we could think of: harassment, defamation, attempts to put my job at risk, parental fraud, everything. My sister kept calling it a bluff and kept posting all her lies on social media. Every single word she posted against me came back to bite her when it was used as proof. My ex ended up accepting to compensate the damages out of court and left my sister alone in a battle she started. When my sister realized how big things really were, that she was alone now and would lose, she freaked out, deleted every single post, and tried to pretend she never did what she did. But by that point, we had all the backups, screenshots, and recordings we needed. In the last conciliation meeting, she broke down crying, begging me to forgive her and not make her go through this. But she did this to herself. She had multiple chances to stop but kept pushing and ended up facing the consequences of her own actions. She had to pay me a good amount plus all the legal costs. My mother helped her pay it, but now she has a considerable debt, as my dad demanded she pay them back over time.